The only person we can rescue is ourselves. Rescue. I had dinner the other night with a friend and mentor, a woman who I turned to for sound advice. I told her I was attracting people who I felt I needed to save. The emotional pressure I was placing on myself left me feeling drained. I assumed I was somehow letting them down because I couldn't show up in a way I thought they needed me to. She pointed out that I was painting them as victims, which they are not. And the only person I was responsible for was myself. As the conversation deepened and the emotional fog subsided, we arrived at the root of the dilemma. The idea that I need to rescue someone came from the belief that I was supposed to save my mom from her illness, and I couldn't. I was blaming myself for not being able to rescue her. That night, when I got home from dinner, I picked up the book I had been reading by Edith Eger, The Gift. One of the chapters was appropriately titled, "What Didn't Happen? The Prison of Unresolved Grief." Her words spoke directly to me. By holding myself responsible for my mother's illness, I was seeking control. But as long as I continued to blame myself, I was avoiding my grief. The beautiful words didn't stop there. She goes on to say that guilt does not produce love, ever. Guilt stops us from enjoying our memories, and it prevents us from living fully in the now. She asked the single most important question that I needed. If your mom were sitting with you now, what would she tell you she wishes for you? It was such a clear message that I needed to release myself from the guilt that has been weighing on my heart. I needed to forgive myself and be happy and let my mother rest in peace. There's a beautiful quote by the late Ram Dass. He says, "I can do nothing for you, but work on myself. You can do nothing for me, but work on yourself."